Multiple biomes, several structures, and much more you could find inside this one particular seed where you spawn literally right here, right on the edge of this fairly small looking forest, right next to a savanna biome, right next to a plains biome, and right next to a huge amount of mountains with this one humongously steep cliff, as we can see right over here, alongside many more different types of mountains and many more different types of things across this one seed, such as the cave beneath this one single mountain, which actually leads right into the very bottom of the world, which actually leads into an ancient city, as we can see right over here. Because from jumping in, you first off get that mine shaft, but then you're also going to get yourself the ancient city heading itself right the way around here and off in this one singular corner, as we can see, with maybe one or two diamond veins around the place too. And on the surface around the mountains, you're going to find some incredibly high plains biomes, as we can see around here. Like, what are we at? About 110, 120 or something like that? Like, this is much higher than what you should normally expect to see, like, plains biomes for actually generating in. But yeah, this one actually suffices it with quite a lot of high-looking plains biomes stretching across many hundreds of blocks, surrounded by huge snowy mountains all over the place, alongside what looks like some mildly flatter plains biomes around the place too, even though, like, mildly flatter is still, like, I don't know, 20 or so blocks above ocean level. Oh well, it's at least flatter than the igloo inside a plains biome. I don't entirely get why it's here, but you know what? You can't really complain, especially when you get yourself a basement hitting itself all the way down here too. But looping ourselves around here again, we're eventually going to find ourselves a lot more different types of things, like many more forest biomes, a ruined portal, and actually some pretty decent places on building up maybe a starter home or maybe like a little civilization or something like that. I mean, yeah, this is still spawn, but still, this does provide you plenty of opportunities and plenty of actual flatland. Like, this is probably the flattest you're going to find in pretty much any surrounding area, but yeah, wall spawn is actually pretty unique and interesting. The way you're going to want to find like many other different types of biomes is actually by using the ocean, because surrounding the very edges of pretty much this entire ocean biome is many different types of biomes you're going to actually want to use and make the most out of. Because heading yourself off in this way, we're going to first off find ourselves maybe a dark oak forest with just a little bit of pale garden right at the very top, just like that, as we can see right here. But continuing to follow the edge of the land, we're eventually going to find ourselves some spruce taiga biomes over here too. And not just any spruce taiga, some mega spruce taiga biome we could see stretching itself hundreds upon hundreds of blocks off in this direction for a while, with what should be at the very edge of it a small little village. Yep, sitting itself literally right over there at the very edge of this mega taiga, right also on the edge of a swamp biome, as we can see right over here. A swamp biome that does go on for quite a decent length of time until it'll eventually run itself into more forest, which will eventually also run itself into a huge quantity of icebergs, as we can see right here, and something I never even realized on this one seed. You can actually see two shipwrecks sitting itself literally right next to each other. So I guess if you want to make the most of having two shipwrecks and all the loot inside of it, then I guess maybe this might be the place I'm going to. And if not, then maybe just heading yourself over to this one island, literally right in the middle of this humongous ocean, might be worth actually heading to, because while this island is consisting of a biome you already have, it is still a pretty decent sized biome with plenty of different types of things you're actually going to want to make the most of too, such as a spruce forest, such as a swamp, such as small little mountains, such as a dark oak forest, a birch forest, and included on this one single island, well, not on this one single island, but right next to this one single island, is of course going to be an ocean monument, as we can see sitting itself literally right here, right next to, well, not right next to, but pretty close to a witch hut. So in the case you were thinking about maybe making a base or something like that, then I don't know, this might be a pretty good place in doing it in, if for nothing else, to get the loot from both these structures and including the shipwreck right in the middle of it. And if nothing else, you should at least head yourself off in this direction for a little bit longer, because not only is there that massive island right in the middle of this ocean, but there's also going to be one other different type of island you might want to be interested in, which is right over there. Yeah, a mushroom island sitting itself in the middle of this ocean too. When I say there's a lot of biomes on this one seed connected to this ocean, I wasn't kidding. I definitely wasn't kidding. You're not going to find every single biome, but you are going to find a huge quantity of them. Even if some of them are let's be honest, even if some of them are a little bit smaller than what we would like. But at the very least, this is actually a good jumping off point to go to this one island and then boat yourself all the way over to mainland, which is actually going to be a desert and a mesa badlands. Yeah. Not only do you have that, not only do you have the frozen biomes connected to this ocean, but you also have some of the hottest biomes connected to this one ocean. Oh, and on top of maybe a coral reef too, you know, might as well throw that in the mix too. And following the edge of the desert, you're eventually going to find yourself a desert village and a jungle biome, as we can see, sending yourself over there too. On top of some bamboo forest too. Like, yeah, you're not gonna find every single biome. Far from it. But you're going to find all the major ones you're going to want to use and make the most of inside of this one particular seed. So, yeah, let me know what you think of the seed down below. Like, subscribe, join the channel, etc. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.